Hexanacht is a somber day for Satanists. It's a holiday to honor those lost to pseudoscience, superstition, and witch hunts in many forms. It is a time to reflect on the ways we have progressed from those unenlightened views that have caused so much pain, and on how we must continue to evolve to prevent further suffering resulting from archaic ideologies. Hexanacht holds great meaning to the Satanic Temple sober faction. Throughout history, individuals struggling with addiction have been victims of superstitious beliefs and pseudoscientific treatments, some of which continue to this day. People with substance use disorders or other behavioral addictions have been believed to be possessed by demons, have been accused of moral failings, they have been injected with chemicals, thrown in sanitariums, sterilized, and imprisoned. To this day, they are told they must submit to a supernatural deity, or they will never recover. They are told they must make amends for their tormentors. They must forgive their abusers. They must confess the ways they contributed to their own trauma. And to this day, they are forced to believe they are powerless. The Satanic Temple Sober Faction believes in science. We incorporate scientifically based therapeutic practices into our unique program. We offer support and community. We recognize that there are multiple pathways to recovery, and that you choose your amends. The Satanic Temple Sober Faction believes in your own power.
I love Sober Faction. I've never felt more at home than when I'm at a Sober Faction meeting, and I feel so aligned with this idea that I can heal from substance abuse disorder and other maladaptive coping mechanisms with the help of a community, but that empowers me to be my best self, to hail myself, and that empowerment that capacity for healing was within me the whole time and is not found outside myself. Is just tremendously wonderful, beautiful, and I'm just so grateful for Sober Faction. So hail you all, hail Lilith, hail Satan, and most definitely hail Sober Faction.
Sober Faction works for me as a program because it's a place where I can totally be myself. I can call myself whatever name feels right. I can be silly. I never have to hold back. I can talk about any topic I want. There's never any sense of shame, and I have gotten nothing but unbridled support from the get-go. You really feel like there's a net under you, and you can really get to the heart of your issues in a group setting. So that's why it works for me. Hail you, hail Satan, hail self, heal thyself.
Sober Faction works for me is because honestly I needed to find a group of like-minded people. I have religious traumas, I have traumas from the church, and being a part of a group who not only finds sobriety as non-conditional and you don't have to work these magical mystical steps to be a sober person, to be a good human being, you just need to find it within yourself, is something that I needed, especially in my first, 30, 60, 90 days of sobriety, and, something is like that is just so important, especially when you find a community of people. I think that sobriety starts with the mind and then your community. And when you mix those two together, that's what you get in Sober Faction. So that's why it works for me.
Sober Faction is an essential part of my recovery. It shows me I don't need a higher power or to endure religious abuse to maintain sobriety. As a queer person, I feel at home. Soberfaction validates my identity and shows me I deserve to take up space in the world. It shows me I don't have to feel shameful about my resentments. My trauma is recognized and I can begin to heal. Soberfaction shows me how to forge my own recovery path and do what works for me. It motivates me to stay sober and to practice the 7 tenets and rituals so I can lead a happier life and be there for others. It's my hope that it helps others too. Soberfaction and the people in it fill the empty spaces in my life, and I am so lucky to have found it.